Over the years, you've heard me ask wealth manager Warren Ingram the big questions. How do we invest wisely? How do we protect our family's future? All those conversations, that entire library of financial expertise is now available as a podcast. Straightforward advice to help you build your wealth on demand. Just search for Warren Ingram's Personal Finance wherever you get your podcasts.
Wake up with a bang.
Hey, wake up!
Anele and The Club
On 947.
We can be friends if you are one of those people who talk during the speeches at an event.
At any event?
At any event. Drops mic. At any event. Listen, if you're at a festival and some musician decides that between songs they are going to, let you know what was happening when they wrote the song. The wife left them, the dog also left, things like that. That's fine. You guys can talk. But I don't think you can attend an event like an anniversary, a 50th, a 60th, a 70th, or anything of the sort. We are seated and we have underplates, for crying out loud. Okay? There's underplates, there's a plate, there's a fork and a knife and a spoon and a little fork that you don't know what you're going to do with. There's 3 glasses in front of you. There's a white tablecloth. There's decor. There's candles that are floating in a water little glassy thing. And there's a speech happening. And you at one of the tables is having a fat chat with the person next to you.
You seem very specific about this moment and absolutely triggered. Is this a real life story from your side, eh?
Guys, I attended a birthday party last week, Saturday. The kids put together a 70th birthday party for their father. What a beautiful event those kids put together.
Right.
I am in awe. It was beautiful. It was heartfelt. It was warm. They thought of everything. Even, because last week Saturday was quite cold, right? And I was like, oh my word, my dress, I'm going to freeze. Walked into the venue. There's literally one of those fancy gas heaters behind every table.
Nice.
So it's warm and everything. The speeches are superb. Not one speech went over 7 minutes. Only the guest of honor, which was the birthday boy, and another guest of honor. I think he must have spoken for like 10 minutes. But all of it, like, very entertaining, very informative, very heartfelt.
So not boring.
Not boring, but this is why I didn't want to go there, because it does not matter whether the speeches are boring or not. Mm-hmm. If you are going to RSVP to say you're going to somebody's event, you are signing up for speeches. I don't get this notion that some people just don't get to listen to speeches.
Yeah, look, it's a big thing, because obviously if it's someone's, like in this case, someone's 70th birthday, we are there to celebrate that person. So we want to hear what people are saying.
Right.
So it is a little strange for me that someone is chit-chatting in the background. Are you talking like just...
No. Full-blown conversations.
It's like a growing trend, right? So birthdays, firstly, even formal events, but also even at concerts, because you know how they're smaller, sort of intimate concert venues. I'm not talking about Sunbed. But if we're in a venue that seats about 200 people, how are you and Cindy having a full-on chat, by the way, about nothing related to what's happening on stage while we're all trying to hear?
Guys, I want to know if I'm the drama here. Johannesburg, please feel free to lambaste me. 011 88 38 947. But literally, I ended up being a prefect. Like, going to people's tables and be like, excuse me, his son is speaking. Do you mind?
Yeah.
Because also now, I can't hear the speeches. Then there was one point when we were praying, and then this lady arrived, and then she's like, Anele. But now we're praying, hey? The priest is on stage praying. We're all looking down. Anele, hello. So I open my eyes. I'm like, Sisi, yathandazwa.
Did you think it was the Lord summoning you?
I was like, Anele, I'm not ready yet. But what's going on? Like, what are we to do? And is there ever a time when it's okay for you to be speaking during speeches? Because I remember the one guy said, dude, come on. It's speeches. He said, yeah, well, we can't hear anything.
So you can't hear, so now we're talking.
You'd hear if your mouth was shut.
I emceed a function last year, and they literally said the CEO of the company was going to stand up. And so this is the company that has sponsored, sponsored. It's their award ceremony for people in the industry, And they said to me, if you could just, when the CEO is talking, just remind people to please not talk while he's talking, because last year people just spoke. And I was like, no, surely not. And Tris Bob, he got up to talk, and halfway through, people were having full-on conversations. We had to stop like 2 or 3 times to say, guys, please, can you keep it down? That's the person that's like literally put the paid.
They're paying for this.
In inverted commas for us to be there. Like, can we not just have like a little bit of respect for the person who is talking?
It's wild, guys. It is, and the audacity that they do it with, and it's like you're saying, Frankie. No one is like saying one thing, because I don't mind you saying one thing, like
look at her hair.
Yeah, or yes, or I'm gonna go to the bathroom. Things like that. Now you're there. I'm talking. You're replying. We are laughing.
Do you think that it's a general? I mean, okay, look, this happened with you, but does this happen all the time at like a lot of events? A lot of people experience this.
Even at
I'm
funerals.
learning. Yeah, yes, at funerals as well, where people just feel like, well, I can. And you know what I find, guys? I always find that it's the person who really has no skin in the game. They have no reason to be there. Because with this 70th that I was at, the two guys who would not keep quiet were not invited. They were like there because of somebody else. They didn't know this guy was turning 70. Well, they know of him, but don't know him. Didn't grow up with him. You know, what wasn't like a figure in their lives. And I can only attribute it to that. But like my question today is, because here's the thing, I'm pretty sure many people went back to their houses after last week Saturday and be like, oh, that Anele sold this, she sold that, she thinks she's in charge, whatever. Because I literally was reprimanding people. So my question is, like, what is a person to do in a situation like that where you are at a formal event, we are seated, and there is a speech happening, and there are people just yada in the background? Like, I mean, we're all adults, but I don't want to get up and shout at other adults. But also, why are you talking during speeches?
Do you shush them? Do you go, hey,
them?
come on, give some respect?
What do you do? Do you go snitch? What are we to do? What have you done in that situation? Have you hosted an event where people just didn't care? They just had speeches, and they were just having their own speech. 011-8838-947. Send us voice note 084-0000-947. On the way, I went to a wedding earlier this year, Miss Universe, Sozi.
Yes.
And her husband did something so gangster on the mic when people were talking. I was just like, yeah, Zozi, you got a good one.
Married well.
Yo, guys, those people annoy me. Like, why are you there? You are told it's a formal event. I'm so with you on this. 2 years ago, my mom passed away. My two cousins, who supposed to have come and sympathize, had a fat conversation, loud enough for everybody to hear their conversation.
It is disrespectful. That's just the long and the short of it.
I do believe the respect goes both ways, though. I'm coming to an event. We are there to celebrate. Now I've got to sit and listen to a 5-hour speech and listen to you rattle on. I had to do that during school. I don't have to do that at a freaking wedding.
No.
Wow.
We welcome all opinions on the show.
No.
Well, now we know why people talk the whole way through.
Yeah.
You're supposed to have like a juggler maybe at the table while the speeches are going on. I don't know.
Entertain me, Your Honor.
Jeepers, creepers.
Because, guys, one of the people, I said, bruh, I literally turned around and I asked the other guy, I was like, chap, at your family events, how is it done during speeches? And then, like, he scricked a bit in his face, and then he said, yeah, but we can't hear anything. Okay, granted.
Move closer.
Or get out. But also, when you left your house, lady who said 5-hour speeches, you knew you were going to another household event. How another household does things is none of your business. You said you're going to come. If that household wants to talk for 5 hours, guys, then that's what's going to happen. And at which point that you feel that you don't want to listen anymore, get up and leave.
Yeah, leave.
Because there are other people who want to listen to the speech. On the line, Makgabo says this is happening more and more and more. Makgabo, good morning. Welcome to Anele and The Club.
Morning. It's happening more and more, and it's annoying, it's uncouth, it's disrespectful. But also I notice that this happens after people have had alcohol, that there's no inhibition, no kind of awareness of where they are and what is acceptable and what's not acceptable. So people just talk. You are not being disrespectful. You are actually being respectful and courteous to that family by going and telling people to keep quiet. I do that. I was very embarrassed last year, I must share with you. I was an MC at an event, ISWA event, with over 60 countries represented there. And the loudest people in the room were South Africans. We have visitors from France, we had visitors from Germany. people are trying to understand, and we're just talking. And if you're saying you can't hear, maybe if you kept quiet, you could actually just hear. So people are disrespectful. But also, do not invite people to my event, because that's why they're talking, because they don't know how in my family we do things, you know. So again, these class ones, let's just be careful of who we bring to other people's events. Now, I'm like you. You come to my event, you are not invited. My brother will be the kind one. I'm the one that says, who are you here because of? You know, who invited you here? And we must start doing that. But it is disrespectful and people must stop. Enough.
Because now, so here's the thing. As much as I don't like people speaking during speeches, I also don't like having to regulate adults. It's like now, now I'll say, we'll only drink after dinner and the speeches are done. No, guys, you can have a beverage as soon as you arrive. I just feel
they want to ruin people's events. They want to ruin people's events. There's also that.
Yeah, if you're not there for the right reason, I think that's what boils down to. Like Maka was saying, like if you're just there attending for a good time and a free meal and a free drink, that's when this stuff is going to happen. When you're actually there caring about what we're talking about or the moment that we're in, saying thank you, whatever the case is, I think then you'll keep quiet, right?
Mandy, we'll chat to you after news headlines. Thembekile standing by to tell us some real news about the world.
Don't you dare talk during my news.
You see?
Exactly that.
I've emceed a funeral. The number of times I've had to raise my voice to get adults to be quiet is appalling.
So as a high school teacher, you get the death stare down. So during school assemblies is where you start practicing them. And then at events, even with other adults, the death stare does work.
I'm a DJ, so I do corporates, weddings, that sort of thing. And what I usually do is I carry a second mic and I take that mic to the table or to the individuals' tables that are making a noise, and I make an announcement like, this table wanted to say something, and I hand them the mic.
Wow, that's great.
Ways. That's exactly what Miss Universe Zoe.
Really?
Dude, like her man is a man, hey. Yo, she picked there, hey. Mr. Bolwana. So he was about to do his speech, and then people were talking, and he stood there and he said, whoever wants to talk as well, please come here. And you can do a speech from here. What I'm not gonna do is do a speech whilst you doing a speech from your table.
So he didn't call them out from the. He didn't say, "Hey, you guys, come here, come do your speech."
No, he just said, "Hi." What's not gonna happen is there are not gonna be two speeches at the same time. So let me forsake my speech as the groom, and you come and do your speech. Wow. I was like, "Yes, sir."
At the wedding.
No, that is not a man. That is a man. Mandy, good morning.
Good morning, Anele and The Club. How you guys?
Morning.
We are so good, and dying to hear your story. I've made sure that everybody keeps quiet for your speech, Mandy. Go.
Good. I expect the respect for sure. So, Anele, you're right. There's no one that people won't keep quiet for. So I'm going to give you a story without giving too many details, but still give you the information, the background. So I work for a huge American studio. And last year, there was a huge launch party with a South African media company, massive company. At this party was around 500 people. You're talking celebrities, talent, staff from the particular company itself, the CEO, the GM, the chairman, you name it, everyone. Anyway, the then CEO stood up on stage and is now doing a talk about this particular launch and the reason for this huge party. It was a red carpet event, so we were all in our wedding dress, our ball gowns, everything. And there was a group of women who, unfortunately, is from one of our particular shows that was produced. And they were so loud that he actually stopped 3 times and said, "I'm sorry, can you guys over there please keep quiet?" And they carried on talking. I mean, it was just, I've never seen anything like it in my life. There was no respect. They had no problem. Eventually, the chairman stood up and said, "Guys, can you be quiet at the back?" And still these women carried on talking. And they were loud. I don't know if they were drunk, but there's no one that people will be quiet for. That is all I realized.
Wow.
There's no one.
And also, I just feel, Mandy, because once again, now it's 3 times that the CEO, right, has had to ask you guys to keep quiet. And obviously, and immediately, and this is what's wrong with society itself, we all ran towards making an excuse to them. Oh, they were drunk. Oh, they were in the corner. They couldn't hear.
Yeah.
No, it doesn't matter.
That's it.
And if you can't be respectful when you've had a few beverages, then you are not home trained, Wena. Stay home.
Exactly right.
You're not fit for the rest of the world.
Exactly. And the problem is there's no repercussions. I was surprised nobody came and asked them to leave, to walk out. Nothing. These people got drunk. They enjoyed the rest of the evening. They partied. They had a good time. And nothing further was said. It was just left. And that's the problem. There's no repercussion for this kind of behavior, this bad behavior.
I was going to say that's what should be. We should have more of that. Hi, thank you. You've after the second time we've asked you to keep quiet. Hi,
Please
will you
leave.
guys please leave? Thank you very much. See them out there. It doesn't matter who you are. I don't care who you are. We're going to see you out now.
When I emceed the Wakanda, the second one.
Yes,
the Black Panther, the second one, I emceed it, and in our because there's lots of cinemas, right? And then there was an overflow one where I was like, okay, let me sit here. So I sat there, and there was two ladies who were so loud. I kicked them out. I went to them. I'm like, leave. And let's be fair, Disney didn't give me that authority at all. I'm just the MC. But literally the relief on other people's faces when those ladies, I said leave, and then they wouldn't leave. I walked out and I got the men in black, the security guards. I was like, please come help me take. Guys, what we're not going to do here is now we're all watching Wakanda here. Black Panther's dying. We are crying when you're talking.
It is the reason we've come to this event. That's the thing. It's the reason.
Babe, if you want to drink wine, go right ahead, but you're not going to do it on our time. Let's wrap it up. Mthunzi, what is your take on this?
Morning, guys. How are you?
Morning. Good and you.
Morning, Mthunzi.
It's really, and people are uncultured, and most of the time it's people who, like the lady said before, plus ones. They do not know Mr. Party. They do not know Miss Party. They are just there for vibes, and it's mostly social climbers who are there to take pictures and post and say, I was here. And they irritate me so much. And they really do take pictures. In a dark room, they'll put on their flash and start taking pictures while there's a speech going on. And it's really those people who just want to post and say, I was here. And nobody knows them, but somebody came with them. And it's so irritating. It's like at weddings, and the bride or the groom is walking down the aisle, and they just going to start taking pictures. There's a cameraman. Whoever was invited, they'll get the link to the pictures. Why are you here?
Why are you here? Do you know what, Mthunzi? I think, Nyani, what we're doing wrong, Tina, is because we were raised well, right? So what we're not doing is being rude right back, because you have to activate the rude gene in you, because that's not how you were raised.
Yeah, exactly.
But Frankie's got a point. We need to start kicking people out of events.
Just tell them to leave.
Leave.
There's a person I no longer invite to my events. It's a close relative, but it's a thing of, I do not want to share pictures like at my wedding.
Yeah.
I didn't want to share pictures instantly. I had a cameraman. I will share pictures when I'm ready. But everybody knew I was getting married. I wasn't hiding that I was getting married, but everybody started saying congratulations during the wedding. I was like, this is why I do not like certain people.
But did you?
It's like kids. You know those kids in class who always made noise.
Yeah.
Where are they now? Because they didn't know what they were there for.
But did you make it clear to this person you don't invite anymore? Why? Did you phone them and say?
I don't have to. I'm just.
You see, we must make it clear. I think that's what needs to happen.
I guess so.
Get out.
But they must get the message.
Yeah.
It is rude to talk while people, or when a person is on stage and making a speech. Just keep quiet.
But I mean, Mthunzi, you'll never get a moment as good as this one. Right here, in front of the entire country, just say their name.
Who is it?
And be like, hey, who? I do not invite you to my events anymore because you will not keep quiet during speeches.
Say goodbye now. Back to making your morning.
Anele and The Club.
I love this show. On 947.